Hi everyone, I'm so excited today, right? Today is another episode of Beautiful Me, and thank you so much for tuning in again. I'm so excited today because I have Agnes with me, and a little bit of backstory, right? How I met Agnes in the first place. It was through my financial planner, and after doing my portfolio planning and everything, she was like, "Oh, you got to meet my boss," and which is Agnes, right? So when I got to meet Agnes for the very first time, and I got to learn about your story, your story is all about becoming, and your story is all about overcoming like adversities in your life as well, which you will go into later. I'm not going to spill and steal away your story, right? So and in the world that we're living today, we need more role models. We need more lighthouses whereby we can look up to and say that, wow, you have done it right, so can I too. So I'm super excited to introduce Agnes to all of you. She's a senior director in the financial advisory sector. And today, right, we will deep dive more into your story of becoming. So, Agnes, if somebody were to introduce you or talk about you, right, what would they say about you? How would they introduce Agnes you?
I think you have just done everything. I don't even need to actually think about introducing myself at all.
True.
That's probably what. That I've been in the industry for how many years? I was just counting, probably 19 years.
19 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
19 years, and I'm just 20.
So you start when you were 1. So, Agnes, all of us will go through like life-defining moments or life-changing moments, right? So, if you were to look at your life thus far, what were some life-defining moments for you that literally because of your one decision, right, you changed your life?
One defining moment.
One defining.
Actually, a lot. Because as we grow, as we age, right, then you'll always be constantly growing, improving, and then a lot of things will actually impact you in very, very different ways. So I think the one that I can actually really recall is really stepping out of my comfort zone to step into the financial services industry. Okay, but then let me think. No, probably no, not even that. It came way before that. It's the decision to start living my life. So when we talk about life adversity, so let me bring you back to history. And that was in so everybody probably remembers SARS. So SARS, it happened in 2003.
Yep.
And that year I can remember so clearly is because that year was the year when I actually met with a road traffic accident. Yeah, so I still remember that is that one night where I thought I would have lost my life. So we were out. I was out with my friends, and then just hanging out. And on the 10th of January 2003, so we were heading back home, and I was a pillion rider on a motorbike. So I was probably just like 5 minutes away from home, and we were making a turn from at the traffic light junction, making a right turn, and the traffic light in fact was in our favor. Just that at night, then probably no when we were making that right turn, a oncoming white car actually came onto us and just knocked us down, and I was immediately flung off the motorbike, and my left leg was severed on the spot. So when the accident hit and the impact was made, the thing that I heard from my friend who was the rider of the motorbike, it was 燕燕的脚在哪里? And at that point, in fact, I know that my leg is gone.
Wow.
So that was quite a shock because I was also in pain. I did not think that I would have survived the accident because I was really in excruciating pain until I was conveyed to the hospital, and the surgeon looked at me and told me that the leg was beyond salvation. So they have we are not able to attach the foot back, and he has to cut it off, amputate it. So I remembered the doctor telling me that, well, they'll fit me with a prosthetic leg and everything will be fine again. I'll be able to run, I'll be able to walk, life can be normal again. So at that point, I was still very, very young. I didn't know what a prosthetic leg was. So I thought it's just a metal bar inserted into my leg and then I'll just be able to walk from day one. So interestingly, when after the whole surgery was done, when I saw myself lying on, or rather, when I was lying on the bed, then you know when you are covered up in your sheets, usually you will see your 2 feet.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So where my left foot was, that part was actually missing. So I only saw one. That was when I realized that they really cut my leg away.
Wow.
I don't have a leg anymore. And then I went into unconsciousness again because I was on morphine. So long story short, during that period of time was really challenging because I have to cope with a lot of things. But I'm very, very grateful, and because there suddenly for the last 20 over years, right, I thought nobody in the world actually care about who this person is, this Agnes is. Until every single day, my family, my friends, my colleagues, they will come down to the hospital to visit me. So my ward, in fact, was the happiest ward ever because every day there will be flowers, there will be balloons, there will be gifts, there will always be people. So that is when I realized that, oh, 原来这个世界有很多爱, that there are so many people who actually care about this person. So I was very grateful. And I think that was the very first thing that actually changed my worldview of how things are, like for me. Then subsequently, of course, the recovery process was not really a very pleasant one. Then there will be periods where I went into, say, self-pity. There will be periods where I just thought of giving up because, I mean, it's like I really like to dress up well, dress nicely, then wear heels. And during that recovery period, I don't even have a prosthetic leg to walk on. I was on crutches, and I can remember one day I was looking at myself in the mirror with just a crutch, and then my right leg that is actually still standing, and the other leg is just dangling, and that void of empty space below my knee is actually empty. So it's really empty. So it was like wow, staring into this whole new person. I don't even know what am I anymore. So it was very, very tough because I did not tell anybody. Because everybody was showering so much attention and they just want to know that you're all right. I do not want to let anybody know that I'm actually not fine. And I didn't know any other way to do it. So I kept a lot to myself at that point, when, especially when darkness falls and I'm alone in bed. Then there was one night I remember that I was very frustrated with myself because I don't want to wear a prosthetic leg because it was, first of all, it just looks so hideous. It's fake. It's not me. When I closed the door, I actually threw my prosthetic leg away. I just fly across the whole bedroom. And then I was just so angry that why does things have to happen this way? Why me? And I think that's a very common question that a lot of people who went through certain episodes in their life, they will always question, why me? But on the other hand, I was asking, why not me? Then why must it be someone else? Then that was when I realized that if I continue to go onto this route whereby I wallow in self-pity and keep on telling myself that, oh, now life has to change and then I'll never be the same again and I'm going to be a lesser person. If I can change it and think the other way, because I don't have a choice. My choice is either to leave or to continue in wallowing in self-pity, which is not a side that I like. Which one will be more favorable for me? So in the end, I told myself I choose to leave. And that's really, that night, it changed my perspective on how should I handle my disability moving forward.
Wow.
Yeah.
When we start to ask ourselves a different question, because we can always choose to ask ourselves, why me? And was I a victim before? Yeah. I think we are all victims before, in periods of our life, right? And when you start to ask yourself a different question, and the different question literally like changed the trajectory of your life. Yeah. How did that different question, right? It's so good. How did that kind of like trickle into other aspects of your life? How did that new question that you're asking yourself, right, change your relationship, change you showing up as a leader, or change you showing up with your family as well? Do you see like ripple effects from that question to other areas of your life?
I think because it has been so many years, more than. Oh, in fact, I was just telling my brother earlier on. Okay, I actually walk very, very well with my prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
Then I realized that it's because I spent almost half my life working on a prosthetic leg. So how can that not be well? Then it was like so scary because I realized that this is now me.
Oh, wow.
That was really shocking to me.
To you.
And it was just this drive
Yeah.
that I took on my way here.
Yeah.
Then as I re-look into my whole life, there were so many, and that whatever that I've talked about was actually just one moment.
Oh.
And of course, it's like that one moment out of that 20 over years journey. Then along the way, there are many, many other things that makes me actually try to challenge my own thinking. And even on days whereby I'm really depressed, very sad, feeling that there's no way out, I always ask myself, is there anything more? Then if these are things that I really don't like, what can I do? Have I really went to have I really tried my best to actually do certain things? And if I have not, then what should I do? And move on from there. So I think that's how I'm actually literally living my life right now. And that will become, okay, don't like it? Can I still accept it? If I can still accept it, continue. If I really can't anymore, then something need to change. Then what? And figure out from there.
And Agnes, just now you talk about normal. Though I think the word that you used just now was normal, right? And going through this life-changing event, this defining moment, asking yourself an even better question: what is normal to you today? What is the norm?
Normal to me is being able to come to this podcast wearing this crazy dress.
You mean this beautiful dress?
Crazy beautiful dress. Yeah. Okay, so let me bring you back to my profession. My profession is a financial advisor.
Yes.
Will you see a financial advisor wearing something like that?
Not generally. Not
Yeah.
generally. Yeah, correct. Yeah, you definitely stand out.
Yeah. Then the question is why not? Because I think a financial advisor has to be prim and proper.
Yeah.
Because we are dealing with money.
Yeah.
Then you probably you'll be someone that you can see wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Because they should be professional.
Correct.
So that was what I actually pursued in the past. Because when I first come into the industry, I've got all these dreams about how I want to look like as a professional. Because a professional must look a certain way. So over the years, right, then when I try to maintain this look, because financial advisory is a very big part of my life. So it's such a large part that sometimes we just talk about what work-life balance. We are talking about work-life integration. Yeah. So basically we are always talking about life and money and all these issues, no matter at what point in time. And then I realized that, hey, this is an appearance that I have to upkeep. 是我吗? Is that who I should be? And do my clients really need me to be that way? Do I actually come and meet them in a jacket? And where do I meet them? So of course, it's like if we are meeting in office and my office is very cold, it really makes sense to actually put on a coat or something. But if I were to meet my clients or meet my friends, then somewhere out there, and especially when we talk about finances, are we talking about just money or are we talking about what money can actually do for them? Then I realized we are talking about life. And when we are talking about life and we are talking about pursuit of what life is, it's about being true to who you are and then trying to help you to really fulfill the dreams that you have. So can we talk about dreams in our suit? Maybe we can, but I just feel that I will not be comfortable to talk to someone about my life, about my goals, about what is it that I truly desire if I'm actually in a corporate wear. So that is when I decided that because Kenny says, be who you are and then
And be yourself.
be yourself. Yeah, be yourself. embrace yourself.
Yeah.
So that's who you get today.
I love it. I love
But only
it.
today.
I love it. And this is the normal to you today. This is your version of the normal.
Yeah, but of
Yeah.
course, we also need to be mindful of protocols. If you have told me that I should come in a proper dress code, I will lah. But you never say. You never say.
No,
so
no,
I'll just
no.
come as myself.
The theme of the podcast is beautiful me. So anything that you define as beautiful, yeah. So that's like super most important.
Yeah, I wanted to do my hair, but I got no time, so I put on a hairband. I wanted to wear a cap also. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, thank you. The first time I met you, I really have to go back on this memory, right? I wouldn't even have noticed about your prosthetic leg. I wouldn't have noticed that at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have noticed not because I wasn't looking at it. I wouldn't have noticed because of the way you make me feel. Yeah, your positive outlook, the way you are so humorous, and the way you make me feel comfortable so fast as well. At the point in time, I'm like, oh, there's something magical about you that like attracted me to you at that point in time. And only later, right, which you shared about your whole journey, your story, which you have heard just now, right? I was like, wow, there's something more. I'm curious. I want to find out more about that. Yeah. So and just now, I think the one thing that you shared earlier, which really made me think about it, was you said you threw the prosthetic leg right across your bedroom at a point in time. If you were to go back into that scene right now, like the Agnes from today, in this dress, in the beautiful dress, right, and you were there at that moment whereby she was so frustrated and she couldn't find a way out, right? What was something you would have said or done in that moment? I'm curious. Yeah.
Now that we are speaking, I would have scolded her. 你知道那只脚多贵吗？ Just throw like that.
That's the first instinct that come out, the practical side of us, right? Yeah, correct. Yeah. But is there any other things that you would like tell her or be there or support or do in that sense with your wisdom today?
You realize, I realized that I'll probably not do anything. I'll just watch. Because had it not been for that moment, then I don't think it will lead to who I am today as well.
Wow, this is a mic drop moment. It's very true. It's very true. I've got somebody who asked me the exact same question today also. She actually asked me, right, if you were to go back to that moment whereby you saw I saw myself hurting myself with my own thoughts, being so negative, right? What would I have done? I actually said the exact same thing that you said. Yeah, really, sincerely. I said that I would just be there to observe and just to be there to hold space. I wouldn't say anything because by me saying something, I'll be robbing myself from the lesson that I need to learn. And I need to fall. I need to be there to feel the heartbreak, the despair, the failure in order for me to be who I am today. Wow, so good. Are you always so positive, my dear? Are there days whereby today you also were like, I feel so frustrated. Today is like the not beautiful you. Is there the non-beautiful
course.
you? Tell us more. Tell us more.
So I think this optimism is a fake optimism. Or rather, I would correct me.
Yeah.
都讲了英文不好。
Yeah.
It's actually intentional optimism.
Ooh, what do you mean by that? Tell us. Please share. What do you mean by intentional
Because
optimism?
We have a choice, right? And in life, we always have choices.
Yes.
It's a deliberate intention to
Yes.
choose how we want to live.
Yes.
So today, I can choose to actually focus on very negative things. And that is so easy to do.
Oh.
Because by focusing on the negative things, we don't need to get out.
Yes.
We just continue to blame everything that is happening.
1000%. Yeah.
But when we choose to do so, then it's where the hard work comes in. First of all, you have to tell yourself that everything is going to be all right. It's fine. Is that the truth? Don't know. But I can only believe. And that becomes so important because when you start believing that it can happen, it has a chance to happen.
Oh.
Whether or not it will happen, we don't know.
Yes.
But we have a chance because of that mindset.
Yes.
So when you are able to actually shift that, then you suddenly, your whole energy and your focus will then be going towards what can potentially happen.
Wow.
Then that was when I think optimism, fake optimism, I have to choose to intentionally make good and make light of everything that's actually surrounding me. That's how I think I'm choosing my new norm right now.
Wow, this is so good. We need to have like your merch for you, like the t-shirt or hoodie, right? Intentional optimism. Then behind will be you get to choose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You get to
Yeah,
choose.
yeah.
So good.
Mm.
Yeah, 1000%.
Isn't it?
I
Yeah.
totally resonate with that. And we get to we don't need to be here. You don't need to be listening to Beautiful Me podcast right now. If you're listening, you don't need to, but you choose to. You
Yeah.
choose to. That's why you're listening, you're tuning in as well.
Yeah.
And we get to do this.
Mm.
Every single day when I get to wake up and I get to take my breath again, right? Or be intentional with my breath, right? I'm like, wow, I'm very grateful. I'm given one more chance today to try again, to celebrate even more, to be here, to be with you. Yeah. So wow, very grateful.
No, I think you're the
intentional.
one who is really optimistic.
Not always.
I have to choose. You are.
Thank you. I also practice that. And I really feel that the word they use is optimism. The word I really love a lot, right? Is gratitude. Like every single day, right? I get to be grateful, really. And it's very interesting. I don't know, Agnes, do you realize this? When you start to be optimistic, right? Who are you attracting? Optimistic people.
Yes.
When I get to be grateful, right? I'm like, why everybody around me is grateful? Because we are grateful, we are optimistic. Do you feel that?
Yes, no, because we are focusing on certain parts of our life, and then that part is something that suddenly for just like when we are actually looking at cars on the roads, right?
Yes.
Then suddenly you probably would have noticed some BYDs, the EV cars. But when you focus on that, then you suddenly realize that there's a lot of EVs around.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was very scary for me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's where we choose to focus our attention on, and then you will see a lot more.
Oh, so good. If you're listening to it, please write this down. Please. Please caption this. Post on your Instagram or Facebook. and it's very true. We don't get the life we want. We get the life that we focus on. It really is just that. Like BYD example.
Yeah.
And when you start to see that, I'm like, oh, why are they? But they are actually there all along.
Yeah.
But I wasn't focusing on it. That's why I
yeah,
couldn't see. Okay. And on the topic of focus, right? What is the one thing this year, 2026, that you are intentionally focusing on? I'm using all your words. Intentional optimism, focusing. What's the one thing that this year you choose to focus on it more and more this year? Yeah.
Be happy.
Oh.
That's one. Then right now I'm actually in my early 20s.
Yes.
I want to really chart out what's going to happen for the next 10-20 years to come. So I think I've actually received a lot of things from the society, from the people around me, and then now that I've actually been so many years on earth, it's time for me to actually give back. Time for me to see how can I actually make an impact to people's life. How can I play a part in this society where I've actually received so much kindness and so much attention and so much love from the people around me. How can I give this out to other people as well?
So Agnes, during the whole recovery process after the car accident, right? How long did it take, and how long were you working then? Were you out, like, were you on sick leave? Like, how did that? Tell us more about that process.
Recovery was actually quite slow because of SARS, because I wasn't able to actually go back to the hospital at all. They actually, I was being treated at Tan Tock Seng. So Tan Tock Seng was actually the quarantine hospital. So unable to actually access that. So to get myself fitted with a prosthetic leg took more than 6 months. So I was actually to a certain extent on MC, on hospitalization leave for about 6 months, unable to actually be mobile. I remembered that there was once when I finally got my leg and I went back to my old office to actually just visit my colleagues because I've not seen them for like very long. Then I was going one cubicle to the other cubicle and just saying hi. So there's this very ridiculous and very interesting comment that actually came out from one of my colleagues. When I actually said hi, he actually said, 你就好啦，可以on MC 这么久。Then I was really like taken aback because it's like, what nonsense, 你就好。
What do you mean,
that at all.
Do you know what happened to me?
In what way is it 我就好？
Yeah.
what? I don't know how to react. Then my first reaction is 不好意思 so I went off. Yeah. But
Wow.
that comment stood by me all the way until this year, until now,
Until
because
now.
how should I respond to a question like
Yeah.
that? And
Yeah.
then when I look back,
Yeah.
actually he got no fault too. It's just seeing things from his perspective,
Yeah.
because his colleague is away from work and he has to take on additional workload, and he's probably not even being paid extra.
Wow.
So from his lens, it will be 你就好了，不需要做工还有工钱拿。Yeah, so that was very interesting when I went back to work. But because the whole recovery process, physically I think is not too long. Probably by say 1 year, I would have been able to walk, and I do walk pretty well according to a lot of people, because they can't tell that I'm actually working on a
Yeah.
prosthetic leg
can
if I
tell.
do not say anything. But I think the physical part is all right, but the mental part actually took more than 20 years if I were to really put things that way. So I remember that when I was in with the people around me, they will always be very they will take very good care of me.
Oh.
When there's a chair, they will make sure I have a chance to actually sit down. I'll always be 你坐，你坐，你坐了不要跌倒。Then when I'm actually going downstairs, their arms will straight away just come up, and it's like I'm the dowager, wow, then I'll walk down the stairs like that. I was like, I can't walk, man. Then when I'm wearing skirts,
Yeah.
then or wearing long pants, they will be telling me, hey, actually you look quite okay, very normal, nobody can tell because of the way you walk.
Yes.
Then when I wear skirts, I started to buy stockings,
Oh.
and then black stockings, the beige stockings, so that it can cover up and nobody can tell.
Okay.
But it's Singapore. This kind of
Oh.
weather,
It's very hot.
stockings,
Yeah.
just to wear skirts.
Yeah.
And when I have comment from people that, hey, like that nobody can tell,
Oh.
that was when I realized that I need to make sure nobody can tell that I'm different. And that stuck for many, many years. Because every time when I were to wear just Bermudas out, strangely, I'll actually invite a lot of stares. People will just walk and then they walk. And even after they walk past you, they will turn back their head. So sometimes, right, interestingly, when I saw them looking at me, I'll just look at them and then I'll smile, and then they'll quickly turn away. They will not even acknowledge that smile. Then I was like, why? 怪物吗? Am I a freak? Then after I was thinking to myself, 一个美女走过, I will probably stare. 一个maybe that person actually look maybe dress funnily or maybe a certain way, will someone that is actually different in our sense, not normal, will stare. So recently I actually told my prosthetic, if anybody want to stare, can we give them a reason to stare? Make sure the prosthetic leg is so beautifully done up that they will want to actually be a prosthetic leg wearer.
Wow.
That's what I actually told him and challenged him to do.
Good.
Yeah.
To your prosthetic legs.
Yeah, the
kinda like
prosthetist.
prosthetist.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So then he was actually suggesting, oh, you can actually do this, you can actually do that. Then I was like, 算了啦, need to actually spend money. It's okay. Yeah, so that's fine. So I used to have a tattoo on my prosthetic leg. Yeah, so those were things that actually really stood out and something that I really love. But because I decided to not have that anymore because it is already too large for me, so I have to change to a normal one. So right now I'm on this prosthetic leg that is actually just a metal that is just no longer hiding. But okay, so pause this one out, then you can cut this.
Yeah.
Then I want to change something.
Yeah.
So what happened in the past when everybody telling me that the norm, right, is just about the norm as what everybody actually, the society defines you have to have two legs and then walk and then nobody can tell. That was something that actually stuck to me for many, many years because I realized that if I'm different, I'll be treated differently. And when I actually walk down the stairs where people will actually just try to help, but I'm able-bodied. I'm someone who is capable of doing all these things. I don't need people to actually pay attention or to render special help. I can do all these things, but a lot of times people do not understand. And also probably because they do not know what to do as well,
Yes.
or how should they approach a topic on disability, and how much independence can a person have. So people are generally very kind and very helpful towards people that they see as someone who is less fortunate,
Yep.
less or rather more physically challenged. I appreciate, but you can always start by just asking, hey, do you need help? Or when you see difficulty, then render that help.
Yep. Yeah.
So if the person says it's okay,
Okay.
then let it be, because I think the person will probably know. Then what happened in my industry is actually very interesting. I remember that there's this dream leg, this leg that looks perfectly real. It has got nails, it has got paws, it has got hairs even.
Wow.
You can actually make a skin that's so real. So the color tonation will be exactly like the real leg.
leg.
So they do a exact replica of the other one and fit it onto your prosthetic leg. So this is a leg that when I first lost my leg and I was doing a lot of research, that was the leg I wanted to go for.
Wow.
But this leg is only available back then in London.
Okay.
Over the years, then I gradually start to try to be who I am rather than what society expects a person to be normal.
Yes.
And that was when I slowly come out and then start wearing shorts. And it was really until the last couple of years that I think I truly have that liberation, that freedom to decide that today I want to wear shorts. Let's wear shorts. If people were to stare, it's all right. Just let them stare because they have just not seen something beautiful. That's all.
Ooh, they have just not seen something beautiful.
That's all.
That's all. Another hoodie. Oh, so good. Wow.
Let them see it.
Thank
Educate
you.
them. Let them know.
How was the first experience when you wear the Bermudas, when you wear the shorts? And how did that felt for you, that very first time you did it? And you truly, choose not to hide anymore. I'm not going to hide anymore. You're going to show that beautiful you part.
So
how did that felt the first
the
time?
very first time when I wore it, and that was when I was hoping that people can accept it.
Yes.
I did not tell anyone
Oh.
that I'm going to do that. But when I went out, even my family, you're wearing this out.
Yeah.
So they were questioning that.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, yeah, I'm wearing this out. Then the first few attempt was really not positive because I'll be very affected by people looking at me.
Okay.
If you put on a little bit of fat and then weight, right, and people tell you, 哎，你好像胖了哦 then you will feel like, wow, okay, people are looking at me. It's not in my best state. So I was at those moments then, and those moments were for a very prolonged period of time. So I keep trying to go out and then keep direct back because I couldn't let go of that. I couldn't cross that barrier. Then over the years, then when you continue to see people staring at you, they will be like, 看什么? Why? Am I a freak? No, if I'm not a freak, and if I stop treating myself as a freak too, and not something that's a protected animal,
Wow.
then 就看咯。
Yeah.
有没有很美? I try to be 很美啦。I try.
Yeah.
But 可能还是不够美，还是有点胖。But can you all look at other things instead? Because there are more things to look
more
at.
things, yes. 1000%.
Yeah. So that comes only when you start telling yourself that it's okay because you are just being who you are.
Yeah.
Then anything goes.
And Agnes, it's so interesting, right? You were sharing about you going back to work after 6 months of sick leave, and your colleague actually said that. I was like dumbfounded, like, who in the right mind would say that? And that got you into shock. And when you were sharing that story, right, I actually recalled the first time when I met you, one of the things I said to you also, like, wow, I couldn't tell. So, you receive so many different kind of reactions from different people. Some a bit extreme, and some are like me, right? I also want to be educated as well. If I were to approach like another person, right? Is there a right way? Is there a better way to do it? Like, nobody teach me how, so can you teach me and teach all of us as well?
Actually, no right way because it'll be very weird if someone were to come up to you. I notice you are wearing shorts. I notice you are missing a leg. That'll be like wrong.
Also will be wrong. True.
But if it will be like, oh, you actually lost a leg. They totally ignore you. That's like, why don't you just, I noticed that you're a little bit different. Then do you mind if I were to ask you why or how did it happen? Yeah, I just want to understand. Then I think whoever it is will be more than happy to actually share with you what happened, their whole life story for the next 20 hours.
Yeah.
They'll probably talk about it.
Yeah.
But if we are like, if someone were to actually just treat me as invisible, it's fine because we don't need to be like visible to everybody too.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But when a person is being acknowledged, then and if you are curious and if you are genuinely curious, then just ask. Then or ask for permission, like, can I ask you a question? I hope you will not be offended. Then the person will be, 什么东西啊? Yeah. So
Yes.
maybe you can do that.
Yeah.
And people naturally they will be willing to share.
Yes.
But of course, there will be extreme when you catch people at the time when they are into hiding, when they want to be normal.
Oh, yes.
And then you're, hey, I noticed that you're missing a leg. What happened? I prefer not to talk about it. And so be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love this. Sometimes I also forget about asking for permission, and it's always good to really ask first and not assume also. The assumption, when we leave the assumption part out, I think that's where people truly connect with each other.
But you see, we are all just human. I can actually say all these things right now, but the next moment when I see someone, it could be, what happened now? It could also be, or it will come naturally to us. So that's why going back to intentional, always
I love that.
think twice.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. I think this is so needed, and I'm so glad I asked this question today.
Yeah, because you are. So then people will be willing to share if they want to.
Correct. And we cannot control how much you want to share.
Yeah.
But we can actually initiate an invitation to ask. Yeah. And on the part about, you were talking about you overcoming so much, unhiding right now, able to embrace your beautiful self today even more after so many years, right? What were the biggest limiting belief that you had to unbreak? Or maybe the even better question is, do you still have limiting beliefs? Yeah.
Just when you're talking about this, I'm thinking, I don't dare to wear a bikini.
I also don't dare. So you are not alone.
Yeah, that's one thing that I probably don't dare. Why? Because I do not have the perfect abs.
Yeah.
But apart from that, that's seriously something that just came to my mind.
Yeah.
But apart from that, then is there anything else? 其实啊, with that thought, there's really nothing I believe I cannot do. But I just don't have the resources to do it. Right?
Yet.
So,
Yet.
Yet. So it's always about, first of all, believing that it can be done. 真的就是 no matter what. So very interesting. I ever spoke to a veteran in the industry before, and I was telling that person, if I've met a financial advisor like myself 20 years ago, maybe today I'll be a celebrity. It all started with that dream, that dream to even want to be an artist, and then take that first step out, creating all the miracles that actually happened subsequently.
Yeah. And I really want to celebrate you, Agnes, for that, because even though your decision was not to pursue, you tried. You didn't let it be a dream. And there's so many of us, right, out there. I'm having conversation every single day. People who I have not connected for quite some time. And maybe 10 years later, I say that, hey, I remember you told me about that dream. How is it? You know what's the common answer? Oh, I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, what? You have been thinking about it for 10 years? Of course, I didn't express it in that way. I was like, wow. So what I really want to truly acknowledge and celebrate you for is you didn't take 10 years to think about it. You try and you experience it. Maybe this is not my cup of tea. And sometimes we need to try to know whether do we like it or not. Or maybe it's not. And we can not stop it and can redirect our energy to somewhere else. Yeah.
But I think the test question will then be, at your deathbed, would this be something that I say 早知道?
Yes.
Or would I have done that?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's an amazing question. Yeah, and to really invite ourselves to ask ourselves every single day when we are dealing with our limiting beliefs, right? Is this something that I would say 早知道 when I have my deathbed, or would I regret, or
Yeah.
having elements of regret at the deathbed as well? And now is the time. Today is the time as well. And to do it intentionally, which is your one. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, okay, people are looking at me. It's not
Yeah.
in my best state.
Yeah.
So I was at those moments then, and those moments were for a very prolonged period of time. So I keep trying to go out and then keep direct back because I couldn't let go of that.
Yeah.
I couldn't cross that barrier. Then over the years, then when you continue to see people staring at you, they will be like, 看什么? Why? Am I a freak? No, if I'm not a freak, and if I stop treating myself as a freak too, and not something that's a protected animal,
Wow.
then 就看咯。
Yeah.
有没有很美? I try to be 很美啦。I try.
Yeah.
But 可能还是不够美，还是有点胖。But can you all look at other things instead? Because there are more things to look
More
at.
things, yes.
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah, so that comes only when you start telling yourself that it's okay because you are just being who you are.
Yeah.
Then anything goes.
Agnes, I'm so grateful you are here. I'm so grateful we're having this conversation today because so many of us need to hear this. Really. And I need to hear this as well. Years back when I was trapped in my own thoughts, I was so critical to myself and I was so like beating myself up. I don't feel I'm enough or anything. I needed to hear this episode. So I'm so grateful that we are doing this today because the day that liberated me, the day when I choose to unhide, right, was the day I told myself that nobody can hurt me. That only my thoughts about them can hurt me. Yeah. Then that day I was like, I feel like so much lighter today.
对哦。
真的,
Yeah.
like nobody can hurt you. And another bigger question, which you actually said just now in your own words, right? If I can hurt myself, I can also love myself. That I can love myself. We can love ourselves. Yeah, so can I say I'm proud of you? I'm super proud of you for having the courage, the decision also, and the belief. Yeah, the belief. So if there is somebody out there, because there is somebody out there listening right now, right, who is in the bedroom right now, 2 a.m. in the morning, and they have the thoughts about like, I'm not good. What will you tell her?
You have a choice, my dear. You have that choice.
You have a choice.
You have that choice.
And what is the choice? What is the choice?
Yeah. How you want to make yourself feel and how you want to live your life from here.
So good. So good. And we get to choose. Yeah, we get to choose.
And the best thing is we get to choose.
We get to choose. We get to
Yeah.
choose. And yours is intentional optimism. Mine is gratitude and awesome. And together, you know what's that together? Beautiful me. I'm so grateful for our conversation today. And Agnes, thank you so much. Yeah, really. Thank you so much for being the lighthouse. And thank you so much for being the breath of fresh air in the financial sector as well. There's so many financial advisors out there who are so like, prim and proper, very formal, right? But you are like, wow, you are like really a breath
What
of
do you
fresh
mean?
air.
I'm prim and proper, you know.
In your ethics and professionalism, you are. Yeah, so super excited. Is there any final words that you want to leave our listeners and viewers to like for this episode? Yeah, is there any final words, ending words, conclusion for today?
Live your life the way you truly deserve.
Oh, 1000%. And thank you so much for being the example. You are living that. Yeah, so super excited. See you next episode for another episode of Beautiful Me, and really, really very grateful. Yeah, have fun, enjoy.